Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. How big is your bag? And I'm not talking about that purse or that tote that you take around with you everywhere. You know, as a kid, I remember I'd have a runny nose, and my mom would go digging in the bottom of her purse, and it's like, no, whatever you're getting ready to pull out of from in there, you are not wiping my nose with that. I will blow my nose on my shirt to keep that nasty Kleenex from coming near me. But anyways, how big is your bag? The bag I'm talking about was developed sometime when you were a toddler and kept developing over the next roughly 2 to 3 decades of your life. And in the bag went everything that was deemed to be unacceptable about you. And it was determined unacceptable first by your primary caregivers. And I remember I was 5. And my dad had, no, 6. My dad had just come to the babysitter to pick me up and told me I had a baby brother. My mom had just given birth. And I didn't know how to process that information. I didn't understand it. And I went and I hid underneath a blanket. My babysitter started hollering at me, telling me I was going to mess my hair up. And if you've ever seen my hair, you can get a sense of what it meant to untangle it whenever I was a kid. And that's what she started saying was, it's just so hard for me to try to take care of you and your hair. And now you're going and messing it up. And, I was in my mid to late 30s before I decided that it was okay to have the hair that I did. Up to that point, I tried straightening it almost every single day. What about you? There were things that were deemed unacceptable about you, first by the people that you were taking care of, that were taking care of you. I'll get it out here in a minute. Then after that, it was transfer of authority from them to the teachers. And then you transferred that authority and power over to your friends. And then maybe it was higher learning. And then it was your boss. And they would pick you apart and tell you things that they didn't like about you. And then you put them in the bag. And that bag then keeps stretching out behind you. And you will spend the rest of your life trying to dig around in it and find something acceptable about yourself instead of taking what's in the bag out and just letting go of the bag. The things that were unacceptable about you can always be okay. They may not be phenomenal, okay? But they can at least be all right given the correct circumstance. So maybe you are lazy. Phenomenal. Then showcase that on your time off, on your weekends, on your vacation. Put it in the correct experience, and it can actually be part of your brilliance. Maybe you're too hard driving, what they used to call type A personality. Now they call them leaders. And so everything is go, go, go. Well, given the channel to flow this into, that's phenomenal when it's something to where you need to be that type of focus. So you have to tell your very powerful mind, known as the subconscious, what it's supposed to do with these energies. where it's supposed to funnel the electricity. But before you can even get to that, you got to take the crap out of the bag and find that it is manure for your garden of growth. But as long as you're dragging it around in the bag, you're never going to be able to use it. This is the reason why on the masterclass, Wise Woman, Owning Who You Really Are, I do a gifted hypnosis session around this very thing. DrewDawnFerguson.com/live, because it's time you started living your dreams.